Paris on lockdown as two separate standoffs with police unfold. Security experts call on Nigeria and its neighbors to unite against Boko Haram. And a hit duo by two musical stars sparks a war of words on Twitter. Africa 54 starts right now.
Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory. This is Africa 54. This hour, French security forces are dealing with two hostage situations, one involving suspects directly connected to the shooting at a satirical newspaper in Paris earlier this week. According to media reports, gunfire and multiple explosions have reportedly been heard at the scene. Security officials say they have established contact with the two suspects who were holed up with a hostage in a warehouse. The development comes 2 days after they are alleged to have killed 12 people at the Paris offices of the Charlie Hebdo newspaper. Police converged Friday on an industrial park in the town of Darmatin-Ngol, 40 kilometers northeast of Paris, after a two-day manhunt. The suspects, identified as brothers Sharif and Said Kouachi, have reportedly told police negotiators that they are prepared to die as martyrs. Police confirmed that the suspects are holding at least one hostage. Meanwhile, police say several people have been taken hostage during a shooting at a kosher food store in Paris. French President François Hollande says protecting the French people is the government's top priority.
With what we are going through now, we must do everything possible to ensure the protection of our citizens, and that is your duty. The Interior Minister reminded us of this. The Prime Minister, who has been Interior Minister in the past, knows he can trust you and what you represent. You are the state, and in your regions, you must show that the state is here. In this place, that means deploying all the means where there are risks and at sites that could be targeted.
Well, French authorities say nearly 90,000 police and security forces were involved in the search for the Kouachi brothers. For more now on the tense situation in France, journalist Lisa Bryant joins us live via Skype from Paris. Hello. Lisa, now, first, can you give us some latest on the police standoff with the two suspects of the Wednesday shooting?
Hi, Vincent. Yes, it seems like we've had some new developments, very fast-moving on both sides. It sounds...
Well, it looks like we're developing some technical problems there with Lisa. We'll probably try to re-establish contact with her. Well, now to Africa, where terrorist attacks have plagued Nigeria. The capture of the key town in northeastern Nigeria this week by Boko Haram militants is raising questions about the commitment of Nigeria's neighbors to help fight the militant group. But Cameroon's President Paul Biya says his country needs more help from the international community after the recent release of a video by Boko Haram's leader threatening his nation. VOA's Maria Diallo reports.
The Boko Haram insurgency that began in the city of Maiduguri in 2009 has since expanded across northeast Nigeria. Saturday's capture of Baga, a fishing town and the home of a key military base on the border of Nigeria and Chad, shows that the group can seize territory with only minor difficulty. That has security expert Simon Uje and some others suspicious that Nigeria's neighbors might be to blame.
You see, when the insurgents are getting air supply, you see, one big question will be, where are they taking off from? Could it be possible that they are taking off from Chad, airstrips in Chad, or from Niger?
Chad has been criticized after a ceasefire deal it recently brokered between Nigeria and Boko Haram collapsed.
West African countries, especially those that are already have already been inflicted with the Boko Haram plague, they have no choice.
Political analyst Achike Chudi says the countries owe it to themselves to work together in solving the common security threat that Boko Haram poses.
I can't speak for all these other governments, for instance, the Chadian government and the rest, but if to some extent that they have had some kind of involvement with Boko Haram, They should realize that this is an organization, this is a group that does not have any form of loyalty.
The Nigerian military has said it will launch a counteroffensive to retake Baga, which held the headquarters of a joint multinational force that was fighting Boko Haram. A recent video showing what looks like Boko Haram's leader, Abubakar Shekau, threatened to step up violence in neighboring Cameroon. While Cameroonian President Paul Biya has vowed to fight the group, he's also appealing for more assistance from the United Nations and Western donors. Cameroon's soldiers have already clashed with Boko Haram along the border, and the unrest in northeastern Nigeria is hurting Cameroon's economy. In Washington, Mariama Diallo, VOA News.
Well, a Nigerian lawmaker told VOA that at least 1,000 people have been killed in the latest series of attacks by Boko Haram. For more, we're joined by Leo Kayan, head of VOA House Service. Leo, thanks for joining us. And question first there, the 1,000 number, is that accurate? I mean, we have had reports of 2,000 people killed since the attack of Baga. What do you know?
Well, we cannot rely on those figures because we do not think that the lawmaker that made that statement was there. That's one. Two, there are no authentic reports coming out of that area because, first of all, there's no service. Most of the phones are not working. The internet service is not working. So it's very difficult to rely on such figures, as a matter of fact, Vincent. Yeah. All we get is from those who have escaped into Maiduguri and going to Chad. They tell us about hundreds being killed in attacks inside Baga and skirmishes around Baga and even on Lake Chad, where Boko Haram have taken boats and chased fishermen and shot them dead in the waters.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Nigerian government keeps promising that it's going to take action, it's going to retake the town. But from the people you're talking to, have these people received any resistance as they are attacking the villages? Has there been any presence of the government soldiers?
Let's get this thing straight. First of all, that was a joint military post where Nigerian, Chadian, and Nigerian soldiers and some Cameroonian soldiers were stationed. But for some time now, that place has been sacked. I mean, the first attack, Baga has been attacked twice now, in major attacks, and then several other ones in smaller magnitudes. What I'm saying is that if you are going to resist Boko Haram, you need to have a stationed force in Baga. But that was not the case. A few soldiers were left there, Nigerian soldiers were left there. I think the Nigerian soldiers and the Chadian soldiers had left. So these people find it very easy to just attack the barracks and overrun it.
Mm-hmm. Now, Nigeria keeps saying, we are capable, we have the capacity, but the evidence on the ground suggests something different. Do you think the call by, say, Paul Biya that we need the international community to come in and help perhaps is the best way to go?
This is the best way to go, and that is what people expected President Goodluck Jonathan to say. He has not made a statement like that over these years. This problem is plaguing Nigeria more than any other country. But you hear Americans, you hear the French, you hear the British talking about lack of cooperation. Training is stalled, purchase of arms is stalled, and all that. So these are countries, smaller countries that used to look up to Nigeria as their mentor in terms of power blocks. Now they are not looking at that situation as one that can be controlled by Nigeria. So why should they come in?
Well, thank you very much, Leo, for sharing this with us. Well, Leo Kayan is the head of Voice of America's House Service. Now, we're reporting at the top there about the unfolding hostage and kind of standoff situation in Paris, in France, actually. And we want to go back to our reporter there, Lisa Bryant, who was talking to us earlier. Now she joins us via phone. Lisa, we're happy to come back to you. Give us the latest.
Vincent.
Yes, give us the latest.
Well, let's say that the news has happened very fast. According to reports, both hostage incidents are over. Police have apparently, according to the reports, launched a double assault both in Paris and where the two brothers that you were talking about have been holed up outside near Charles de Gaulle Airport. Apparently, all three men, that is, the one suspect who has been identified as Amidi Koulibaly in Paris, have been killed. Also, the two brothers, Sharif and Saeed Kouachi, have been killed. This is according to reports, and possibly another person also in that Paris hostage-taking situation at the kosher supermarket may have also been killed. It's uncertain who that other person was. So some very fast-moving events.
That's really fast-moving, and we knew that there were reports of people having been taken hostage. What do we know about them?
Well, it's unclear just about how many people were taken hostage in both incidents. In the case of the first one, the two brothers who were considered the top suspects in the shooting on Wednesday that killed 12 people, there has been at least one person that they had taken hostage. Apparently, that person was released as unharmed. And then there were reports also in the terms of the second the second incident, hostage-taking incident, and at least according to initial reports, it appears that a number of people have been released as well. So we don't know yet the details. I'm sure that the government will be coming out, maybe the Interior Minister or the Prime Minister will be giving us the details. But right now, it seems like it appears like it may be a rather successful and spectacular double assault by police against these two separate hostage-taking situations.
We'll be watching this developments very, very closely. Thanks a lot, Lisa, for joining us today. Lisa Bryant.
Thank you.
Reporting live via phone. Thanks a lot. Well, we want now to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we cover. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54, and check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com. Coming up, in our Music Maker segment, Kenyan Afropop band Sauti Sol. Stay with us.
I wanted to present music and a side of American culture that is most important to me, that is a part of who I am. They're going to get some incredible performances. That's one of the things I love, bringing these artists in so you can get to see them do what they do. It's soul music, and that's what music is. It's that which comes from the soul.
Welcome back. It's Music Maker Friday, and today we're featuring Sauti Sol, a Kenyan Afropop band made up of Benjamin Barasa, Willis Chimano, Delvin Mudigi, and Polycarp Otieno. Here's their video, Sauti Yako. So let's watch it.
Nimekuchagua wewe, nikupende. Mama, sitaki mwingine, aushi usiniache, usinitende. Mama, usipende mwingine. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, itabidi nikulinde, nikutunze mama, usikose lolote, pete nayo nikuvishe, nikuoe mama, usiende popote. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Ile sura
That was Sautiago by Kenyan Afropop band Sauti Sol. Now, let's go to the southern part of the continent in Malawi. A young student's desire to connect his university with the local community puts him on the path of innovation. Africa 54's Paul Dio joins us now to tell us about it. Paul?
Thank you, Vincent. Innovation is happening across Africa, or in all different sectors, from education to energy, banking to agriculture, and in television broadcasting. In Malawi, a university student has created a community station, one that he hopes will transmit social events taking place on campus. Chisomo Daka is a student at the University of Malawi's Chancellor College. He is pursuing a degree in education science and he's trying to make his mark in the television broadcasting industry. By his own admission, he says that he's not an engineer by training, nor does he claim to know much about engineering. But his love and passion for telecommunications has inspired him to build from scratch a community television station codenamed the Analog TV Project.
What I'm trying to do here is trying to transmit television throughout the campus. Okay, of late we have a need to transmit television. We would want to broadcast whatever students have, whatever technologies, whatever projects, or whether it's drama, whatever social issues happening.
Before his first broadcast test signal, he was just a normal student, and few students knew about his innovation. Today, Chisomo Daka has created a name for himself as the new kid on the block. His community TV station is a hit on campus, and everybody is talking about him. He says operating out of the norm is what drove him to be innovative.
I've had so much interest in telecommunications. Particularly, I've been working so much on audio transmission, and I also happen to have developed a wireless mic. I also happen to have developed a small-scale radio station. All right. So now I was looking at it as not just that. All right. So I wanted to do much further than that. So now I thought of how do I then come with a video and audio transmission, more like a television transmission.
Daka is definitely one of the few young talented Malawians focused on changing the image of his beloved country. He argues that more and more viewers are asking for more content that reflects their realities, a quality that he says has been lacking in Malawi.
So I'm using a stabilized power supply to power my transmitter. This is my transmitter, and on this transmitter I have a knob. I have a jack where I put in my transmitting antenna. So this goes to the transmitting antenna, which you see here. So this is what transmits whatever signal is being produced by the transmitter. And on the other hand, when the signal has been transmitted, I have a receiving antenna, which I also designed. This one, it's a Z antenna. This is actually connected to the client's television for the purposes of capturing the signal which is being transmitted.
Television broadcasting is booming across the continent, and young innovators are leading the way. But the industry is not without its challenges. Students at Malawi University Chancellor College hope that Daka's Analog TV project will support teaching and e-learning by broadcasting course content for e-learning, by recording lectures, conference speakers, fine arts performances, and special events on campus. In my next report, I will take you to East Africa, where a Ugandan startup, Olribag's innovation is turning agricultural waste into environmentally friendly paper bags and other products. Back to you, Vincent.
Well, thanks a lot, Paul. It's time now for a short break. Still to come on Africa 54. Boomers and millennials throw down on Twitter of a musical legend. We'll be right back.
If you've just joined us, I'm Mariama Diallo, and here is a quick recap of today's headlines. In Nigeria, residents flee from the remote northeast town of Baga after the weekend killing of at least 100 people by Boko Haram militants. In France, authorities waged 2 separate standoffs in the aftermath of Wednesday's terrorist attack on the satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo. In Kenya, a court denies bail to a suspected ivory trafficking ringleader. In Libya, a private TV channel is struck in a rocket attack in Tripoli. Finally, Ivorian Yaya Toure becomes the first player to win 4 consecutive African Football Player of the Year award. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to Africa 54. Here's what's trending. It's an epic Twitter battle with baby boomers and Generation X on one side and millennials on the other.
How you doing? I think the storm ran out of rain, the clouds are moving. I know you're happy.
Well, Kanye West's new single, Only One, dedicated to his daughter North, is burning up iTunes, but it's former Beatle and music legend Sir Paul McCartney who set off the war of words. Why? Kanye's young fans can't quite place the name or face. I love Kanye for shining light on an unknown artist, read one tweet. Another says, I don't know who Paul McCartney is, but Kanye is going to give this man a career with this new song. Maybe this duet will bring a little taste of yesterday to today's yes-focused youth. Well, next up, it's Kate's birthday. The Duchess of Cambridge turns 33 years old on Friday, and it's shaping up to be another busy year ahead of one of the world's most intensely watched women. Kate already has one child, Prince George, and last year she and her husband Prince William announced they are expecting their second baby in April. In April, the British royals and her husband William, the Duke of Cambridge, took their baby son George to New Zealand and Australia for his first public engagement. And the media went wild. And finally, actress and activist Angelina Jolie met Pope Francis during a private audience on Thursday after screening at the Vatican of her film Unbroken. The Pope was not present at the screening, but Jolie, who was a goodwill ambassador for the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and 2 of her children, met him briefly afterwards. Her husband, Brad Pitt, was not present, and that is what's trending today. Well, it's time for our Friday Sports Report, and here's Sonny Young with the sunny side of sports. Hello, Sonny.
Hello, Vincent, and sporty greetings to our Africa 54 viewers. Let's kick off with a sunny side of sports salute to Ivorian football star Yaya Toure. At a gala award ceremony in Lagos, Nigeria, the 31-year-old Toure walked up to the stage to receive the 2014 African Player of the Year trophy. It marks a record 4th consecutive time the rugged Manchester City star has won the prize, which is voted on by the head coaches of Africa's national football teams. Yaya Toure gave credit to the 2 other finalists for the award, Gabon's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Nigeria's Vincent Enyema.
It was quite hard, because Vincent and as well Aubameyang was good in their respective club and the national team as well. And I think this time I get luck again.
And let's give another sunny side of sports salute to the African Women's Player of the Year for 2014. Nigerian striker Asisat Ashola was voted best player and was also the highest goal scorer at the 2014 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Canada. She's only 20 years old, so her football future looks bright indeed. I'm VOA's Sonny Young, and that's the sunny side of sports, sending the ball back to to Vincent McCory.
Thank you very much, Sunny, and be sure to watch the Sunny Side of Sports every Monday and Friday right here on Africa 54. And that's our show for today. Be sure to watch Africa 54 on our website at voaafrica.com for more news. Tune in to VOA's evening radio show, Africa News Tonight at 1800 UTC, and in the morning today, Break Africa between 0300 and 0600 Monday through Friday. Thanks a lot for watching, and from all of us here, have a good night, and let's enjoy some music right now.
Nimekuchagua wewe nikupende mama, sitaki mwingine, aushi usiniache, usinitende mama, usipende mwingine. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Moyo wangu ni mwepesi, umenikalia chapati, nafanya vituko kama chizi, kukupenda sitasizi. Sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na tabasamu lako maua, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na sura yako mzuri mama, mzuri mama, mzuri mama, na tabasamu lako maua. Itabidi nikulinde, nikutunze mama, usikose lolote, pete nayo nikuvishe, nikuoe mama, usiende popote. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia chapati, nitakulinda kama polisi, itabidi nikumari. Ile sura yako mzuri mama.
Welcome to the Voice of America's Newswords.
There have been many stories on climate change and the effect it might have on our planet. You might have heard this word in one of those stories.
Irreversible.
Rising temperatures will bring more extreme weather, food and water shortages, and irreversible changes to ecosystems that result in coral death, forest loss, and species extinction.
Irreversible means that something that has changed cannot be corrected. Our story talks about the harmful effects climate change, also known as global warming, might have in our world.
If there is irreversible damage to the environment, it cannot be fixed.
Now, when you hear the word irreversible, you will know what this newsword means.